be an old connection, because he said, okay, now you go to America and go to the Bay Area and go there and spend more time in the Bay Area and teach large courses. And at that time when I came, there was hardly anything happening, right? They were like just small courses. There wasn't much activity. It was so many years back. There were just a few teachers, just a couple of teachers. Also they were working. So it's not like there was so much happening. And then things started happening.
Okay, great. Yeah, we are missing you here in the Bay Area. We want you to come back very soon.
Even I'm missing the Bay Area. It's my second home.
So you have touched so many lives in the Bay Area. What is your formula to inspire people?
There's no formula. See, I genuinely believe it's all done. I did not do anything. It was all done before I came there. I just did a little bit of play acting. And, all those people who were inspired, they were all self-motivated. All these people who did the course with me so many years back, they were all, they were new at that time, but now they're all your senior teachers in the Bay Area. They're the ones who are, who have brought so many more people to the path, and everyone's been self-motivated. So it's not that I had a formula or I did anything. It's just nothing. It was so casual. It was just so much love, and everyone was just so natural, and we did what we did. I mean, there's no formula. We're just being natural. We're just doing whatever we did.
Perfect. Yes, Didi, I was one of the few who was lucky enough to be mentored by you. Thank you.
All of you were there at that time, and you all did you were self-motivated, all of you.
So what would you say to first-timers who have never met Guruji?
So let me know how it goes after you've met him. It's an experience. It's something that, but I don't want to spoil it for you. You meet him first and then leave.
Okay. So what is the importance of doing silence?
Silence program is very important. It is just, our entire lives, we relate to the world through our five senses, right? And our five senses take us outside of ourselves. We're listening to something outside. We're seeing something outside. We're feeling something outside. We're tasting something that is, we're talking to someone outside. All the senses keep taking us outside of ourselves. In this silence course, in the advanced course, you have an opportunity to give a break to these senses. They're so overused. And all that energy that keeps going out, you have an opportunity to turn that attention inward and tap into that source of energy, which otherwise just gets leaked. So it's very nice, and it's such deep rest. When you go inside, when you're in silence, what happens? See, even like if you say, it's just one conversation with someone. Someone just comes and, by the way, says something, just one statement. It gets your mind working. And so it leads to so much more. So when you're in complete silence, no one's talking to you. You're not talking to anyone. You're not looking at anything. You're just being. You're being with yourself. You're getting to know yourself. You get to go deep within, and you get to know who you really are. I say, all your life, people have enjoyed your company. Now you take these 4 or 5 days to enjoy your company. See what it is that people love so much in you, isn't it? The silence is really nice. Now and then when it just kind of recharges your batteries. It's nice. You should do it.
Cool. So what's the difference between regular silence and a silence with Guruji?
It is the same course, but the difference is like, say, you have spring water, which you drink out of a bottle, and then you have an option of actually going to the source, going to the spring itself and drinking water out of there. That's the difference.
Wow. Okay. So what's the significance of having a guru in one's life? And what are the benefits to have a guru in a physical living body?
Guru. What are the benefits of having a guru? Meaning, without a guru, nothing happens in life. From the moment you were born, you had a guru. Your mother was a guru. Without her, what would you have done? At every stage in life, if you want to be a doctor, you need a teacher, a doctor who's going to make you a doctor. At every stage, you need a guru to teach you something. So, on this path, this is a path that even anything else in the world. So there's so many things that you can learn on your own. But this path of spirituality, it is, it is the unknown. We're tapping into the unknown. And, only say if you want to go to Switzerland, only one who has been to Switzerland can show you Switzerland. Right? Therefore, a guru is, they say, na, bin guru ke gati nahi. In Sanskrit, in Hindi, they say that without a guru, there is nothing. Like a candle may have full potential to light up, but unless you bring a lit flame close to it, it's of no use. Right? So in the same way, every human being has full potential, but unless you have someone who himself is realized, he cannot awaken that in you. So without a guru, nothing happens.
So what's the benefit of having one in living body?
You can relate to someone who's in a living body, isn't it? And we're so fortunate that, Gurudev, he's so accessible. He's so real. And he's so accessible. And anyone can talk to him. You can ask questions. You can interact with him. You can be with him. So definitely having a guru in the body makes all the difference.
Okay, great.
And the power is always more. When a guru is in the body, all the knowledge has so much more, it's just so much more potent. Everything that you receive from the master is just so much more potent when he's in his body.
Great. So I can very relate to this question that someone has sent. Sometimes I feel Guruji doesn't love me. Does he really love me?
That's just your mind stuff. Listen, if you are here, if you are sitting here, if you are listening to, if you're part of this whole thing that we're doing, what are we doing? Zoom thing. If you're part of this and you have done the basic course, it's not because you chose to come here. It's not an accident. It's none of that. You were handpicked and brought here. You are his, you belong to him, and that's how you're here. And he knows that. It's just that sometimes our mind is, doing all kinds of things. It's everywhere. It's busy. Mind does its own stuff. So therefore you feel a little bit of distance and you feel like, oh God, he's not looking at me. He's not talking to me. I feel some distance from him. But he is just merely reflecting what's going on in your mind. Haven't you noticed that when you're very happy and when you feel a lot of love for him, you see that in him? And when you have reservations, when you are not so sure about yourself, that's how he responds to you. He's a mirror. And, when you see him and his behavior with you, you recognize what's going on inside of you. This is what I have noticed so often. When I look at him, I understand what's going on inside of me from his behavior with me. It's just a mirror. It reflects what you're thinking about yourself. And from his side, that is one relationship you can take for granted. Just know that he is yours. Because he really, truly is. His love is unconditional and he's here for you. He handpicked you and brought you to him because you are his. You may not know this, but he definitely knows.
Wow. Okay. So someone's writing, I am not able to do my practices regularly. Should I do the silence course?
Yeah, of course. Then it will help you become regular. Do it for sure.
How do I balance work, family, and seva?
So every time people ask Guruji this, he says it's like riding a cycle. If you think you're going too much to the right, then go a little to the left. And if you're going too much to the left, go a little to the right.
Okay. I want to do seva, but I'm not able to find the time.
Don't worry about these things. You know, seva is not limited to putting posters and enrolling people. It's not limited to that. Of course, that's a very important part of seva. But seva is an attitude. Seva is just literally, don't beat yourself up and say, oh my God, now I'm so busy doing other things. I have a family, I have this, I have that, and I have no time for seva. Seva is an attitude. Seva is simply wanting to be useful. So you can serve your family, you can serve your children, you can serve, people at work. So just being useful, being there where you are needed, where you're required. That is what is important. There's no particular thing that you need to do for seva. Do you get that? It's not limited to just certain things.
I just did the basic course. I feel it is too early to do silence. Still something in me tugs me. Please help me decide.
Immediately. It's like a continuation. If you do the advanced course right after the basic course, it's like a continuation. So don't waste any time. Do it, and don't lose this opportunity of being able to do the course just tell her that I'm doing that. Don't miss this opportunity when you have the master coming to you, and you know how lucky you are to be able to do the course with him. Don't miss that. We are so envious of you all, because he comes to the Bay Area, he comes to your city, and he conducts a course over there. We never have this over here. If we want to do a course in his presence, we have to go to Bangalore to do it. So you're extremely fortunate that you're getting this, and make the most of it. Lap it up. Don't miss it.
Okay, great. I feel I'm not progressing on the path.
No, you stop judging yourself. When you have a master, let him decide. Your growth is his responsibility. There's no way you can judge yourself. You can't say, there's no measure for your growth. Initially you feel, when you do the Kriya, you feel like, wow, I feel transformed, I feel so different. And then after that, you get used to that state. So you feel not much transformation is happening. But I tell you just step out for a few days, even for 5 days. If you step out, you don't do any sadhana, and you're not part of this knowledge at all, and you just go into the dryness of the world, you will realize how much you have progressed. You won't be able to tolerate it. So you don't judge your growth. You allow the master to do that. Your growth is his responsibility, as long as your purusharth is constant. What is purusharth? Purusharth is simply, following whatever the master has recommended. That if the master has said you do your kriya, then you do your kriya every day. If he says do your meditations every day. Couple of times a year, do the advanced course, do all that. So whatever he has said, whatever he has prescribed, continue doing that. That's your purusharth. And then let him worry about the results. Because already I'm telling you that the results they cannot be faster. I always say that, even what we get on the basic course, it's nothing. It's just 3 days, 2 kriyas. But what we receive by any traditional method, it would have taken God knows how many hundreds of years to achieve that. Once there was I was teaching an advanced course, a private advanced course in someone's home. And so there were about like 40, 50 people over there. And also there was, at the same time in their home, there was a saint who had come from Gujarat. He has his own ashram, his own following of thousands of people. And he heard that we had our course. So he says, oh yeah, I've heard about the art of living. And I think I want to check it out. I want to see what it is you all do. I've heard so much about it. So he wanted to come to the advanced one. How do you tell a saint that, you have to do a basic course before you come to the advanced? So I said, no, don't worry about it. You don't come down. You don't have to sit with everyone. You will get a personal experience in your room. So I sent one of the teachers up to lead him through a kriya. He had done just one Sudarshan kriya, just one kriya, nothing else. Huh? And he met me at lunch. And he says, my God, he says, this knowledge is for the saints. And your guru is just giving it away like that, like peanuts. He said, Singh Chana jaise baat rahe in Hindi. He says, he's just giving it like peanuts. And and he he had not done the advanced course, not even done the second kriya, doesn't know about Sahaj, doesn't know about the blessings course, doesn't know about all these so many other things that we do. And recently he came back to Bombay and he sent a message that please tell her that I'm still doing the kriya. So it's so powerful. Everything that we receive from our master, it is just so powerful, but he gives it to us so easily, and he just doesn't make a big shusha about, I'm giving you this and I'm giving you that. He just gives it to us. And so sometimes we kind of miss how powerful it is because we get it so easily and so smoothly. So it's really...
Okay. I think all of us are going to love this question. I don't know about you. What was your first wow or intimate moment with Guruji?
Oh, Guru stories. My first wow intimate
moment with Guruji.
Intimate is a secret.
Okay, favorite moment, favorite memory of Guruji. Or spending time with him.
The first time I met him, I was wowed by him. Really, I'm telling you. I just saw him sitting over there, and like he was young, and he was just sitting in that. It was very small. Art of Living was just, an advanced course with him was just 40 people from all of India in Rishikesh. I remember I just saw him sitting there and from distance, and I said, I just saw him, and I'm like, I just froze, and there's just something I don't know what I experienced in him. That was a wow moment. Yeah, that was a wow moment when I first saw him.
Okay. So how was Guruji like in the early years?
Younger, he had more hair. he had more hair, but Guruji has been Guruji. He's, of course he had more time, he had more hair, he had... it was nice. We were able to spend more time with him. But that is something so beautiful about him. Him being what I would call a Jagat Guru. He has the ability to give you so much in a very small amount of time. So I remember we would spend a half hour with him in the olden days, and the amount we would get in a half hour. And now when you go into his room and you spend just like a minute with him, you receive exactly the same. It doesn't feel like you're getting any less because you're short on time. And that is so amazing, that he has the ability to just give it to you beyond time.
So, Didi, you've been full-time for over 30 years now. Wow. What
20,
pardon me?
25.
25, sorry. 25 years now. When did you know that you wanted to do this for the rest of your life?
The moment I saw him. The moment I saw him, the world dropped for me. I just took one look at him and I recognized him and I said, this is it. He is everything I have been looking for all my life, in everything I have been seeking him and I'm home now. And in that moment, the world dropped and I knew this is it now. My search ended. After that, I've never searched, like my seeking ended. The growth continued, but there was nothing, I didn't want to go anywhere else. I didn't want anything. This was it. The moment I saw him, I recognized him.
So would you say meeting him was what made you, brought you to Art of Living, or was it something else?
No, what brought me to Art of Living was, what happened to me was, it was just one day that I just started questioning life. I just looked around and I said, who are you who created? I looked at myself in the mirror and I didn't recognize myself. As in, I looked and I saw this body, but I didn't identify with the body. I knew I felt different, separate from the body, and I knew I was living in the body. And I said, oh, nice. Who put me in here? Who are you? Who created me? Where are you? Like, how do I connect with you? And then suddenly I felt like I really needed some guidance. So I just looked around and I said, whoever you are, manifest. I don't know how to get to you, but, come to me, show me. There are questions I need to ask. I need to know more. What is the purpose for my being here? And so that is when I took the course, and there was nothing. I didn't even. Someone just came to me from nowhere, and spoke about the course and said, So I took the course, and then after that, I went to Rishikesh. There was an advanced course there, so I went there, and the moment I saw him, it was confirmed, and then that was it. That was it. So I can't say that what brought me to Art of Living was any particular thing. It was just meant to be. And, so if, like, you can say, okay, it was this, it was that. But I think coming to this knowledge is something that is not in your control. It's just meant to be. I remember that when I was, when I went, I had to go to Delhi to go to Rishikesh for the advanced course. And there was a bomb scare at the Delhi airport that time. So there was just some talk going on that, there's a bomb scare now. Don't know. There's one girl coming from Bombay. We don't know if she's coming, not coming. So Guruji said, who's coming? And they said, that's what they tell me. And so then they said, there's some girl, Sangeeta Jani. And Guruji says, someone better go to the airport, because whether anyone else's flight arrives or not, her flight is surely going to arrive. And sure enough, I was there. I reached there by the first flight in the morning. And I did hear that there were some flights that were cancelled after that also. So it was just something that when your time comes, your master comes to you.
Wow.
You can go to knowledge. Knowledge comes to you. You don't know who to go to. You don't know where to look for him. You don't know where, what, nothing. But he knows. He's waiting for you. He's just waiting for the time to ripen, and then he comes to get you. And it's so beautiful, the security of having a master. It is just so beautiful, because, it's like you can breathe. You can just let go and you can breathe. It's so beautiful. Like I tell people this, that once someone asked Guruji, someone said, Guruji, show me the path. And he says, what kind of a guru do you think I am? I'm going to give you directions, go straight, then turn left, right, stop at a gas station and ask someone. I'm going to hold your hand and take you home. I will not leave your hand till I've taken you home. So that's the kind of master we have.
Wow. I'm a little blown away at this moment. But I'm going to shift gears. What is your most humorous incident while traveling?
I have to tell you about this one. It happened just a few years ago. I had been traveling. I had traveled a lot. It was in 10 days, I had gone from Bombay to New Zealand, New Zealand to Bombay, Bombay to Egypt. And then Guruji calls me in Egypt and he says, "So, what is your plan this week?" And I said, "Nothing, I'm coming back home because I've been traveling a lot." He says, "Oh, very good, you're coming tomorrow because tomorrow I am going to Australia and you need to come with me." So he has taken me back to Australia, but he has gone from Bangalore. And I said, "Okay, you go ahead and I'm flying from Bombay." So I'm flying in from Bombay. Now he reached there before me. So everyone has gone to, receive him, and then they have taken him to wherever, and there was some talk and all that. So everyone wants to go with him. And then they have sent, some new person to, a new volunteer to pick me up, who was very happy because he was coming to the airport to pick up Sangeeta Didi. And so he comes, and then, so I've been told that a volunteer is coming, and then I land over there at the airport. And I met a few people, and they said that, "Can we take you to the hotel?" I said, "No, no, someone's coming to receive me." And then slowly, slowly, the crowd started thinning at the airport. And next thing I realized, the lights are getting dim. So I went and asked someone, and they said, "No, the airport closes at 9:30 in the night." And I said, "But suddenly, by the time I was done talking to them, I was the only one sitting over there at the airport. I couldn't see anyone else." So, and then they said, "Okay, sorry, now we're going to close the airport." So I go outside and I'm sitting over there on my suitcase. And I was so exhausted. I said, "I'm not going to call anyone. I'm not doing any of this because at some point they will realize that the teacher is missing in the course and someone will come get me at the airport." And in the meantime, someone called and said that, "We're coming up to your room." I said, "What room? I'm sitting at the airport." And so they came to the airport to receive me and all that. And then they took me back to the hotel. And it turns out that this volunteer has come to the airport. He goes to a Maori lady who's wearing all black and says, "Sangeeta Didi?" And she says, "Yes." So he gives her a bouquet of flowers, touches her feet, she blesses him. He picks up her luggage, puts it in his car, takes her to the Shangri-La Hotel, checks her in, uses his credit card to check her in, and tells everyone, "Didi's very tired, she's sleeping, please don't disturb her." While Didi's sitting at the airport waiting. So then I think Guruji laughed. He found this very funny, and then for a few months, wherever he went, he told everyone the story. Yeah. So these things also happen.
I know I'm going to get into trouble for this, but can you tell us another story?
No. Stories. I don't know. It has to come now. Right now, there's nothing coming.
Okay. If anyone has any questions, you can send it through chat to me. I did get another question. Guruji in TTC said that there are 3 master enrollers and people who can create connections in art of living, and you are one of them that he mentioned. Can you tell us how you create that connection or what you do?
Guruji said that about me?
In TTC last year.
That I'm a master enroller. But I don't do anything. There's no secret like that to enrolling. Nothing. One is just, when you believe in the knowledge, when you have full conviction in this knowledge, then you don't need to say, I don't remember making too much effort to convince anyone to do the course. I just feel everyone needs to do the course. And I think somehow, you know, there's something else beyond words that says that. And people sense it. And it's never been a problem to enroll people. Because I really truly believe that every person on this planet, if they have a human body and they have an opportunity with the master, to do this course, they should do this course. Whether they do anything else or not on this planet, it's immaterial. We've come to this world hundreds of times, thousands of times. We have done so much. We have come here sometimes male, sometimes female, sometimes rich, sometimes poor, sometimes healthy, sometimes unhealthy, sometimes in a palace, sometimes it really, sometimes a good person, bad person. We've done this so many times and we'll continue doing this so many times. But it's very rare to have, there are three things that are very difficult to find in life. One is a human body. It's not easy. In this life, on this planet, we could have been anything. We could have been human. We could have been horse, cat, dog, cockroach, and anything. But we are human. We could have been anywhere else, in any other world, any other planet, any other life form. But we are human beings. And why is it so precious to be a human being? Because it's only in a human body that one can attain liberation, can attain freedom. So most people even come into a human body and then there's nothing. You wake up in the morning, you go to work, you come back, you eat something, you watch TV, flip channels, occasionally go out and meet friends, do your stuff, whatever, it's still mundane. And then one day you die. You've really not done much with your life. There are very few people who are gifted with mumukshatva. Mumukshatva is the longing to know your source, to know who you are, to know your purpose. So that mumukshatva, very few people are blessed with that. Even if you have mumukshatva, just like I explained that, candle may have full potential for a flame, but unless you bring another flame close to it, it's not going to light up. It's of no use. So you may have mumukshatva, but if you don't have someone who can light that for you, don't have a master, then again it is of no use. So these three things are very difficult and most precious: human body, mumukshatva, and a master. And it is after many, many lifetimes of seeking that one finds these. And to have all these three in this lifetime, you're really, 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 I think mankind is blessed. So I genuinely believe this. And when I meet people, I just know that, this human body, to waste a human life, without getting this knowledge is, so I truly feel everyone should have it. And I think that somewhere you kind of convey it in your presence. So I think people just get enrolled on their own. I mean, I don't force anyone ever. I don't feel the need to force anyone, but I do feel that everyone should do the course.
So we have another question. How do I surrender? I think I have surrender, but if I worry for the result of the same, then I think it's not true surrender.
Don't worry, your surrender. Don't worry about surrender. How to surrender is not an action, it's a gift. Yeah? Surrender is just letting go and having faith. When you have faith that I'm being taken care of, that there is a higher power that has created me, and the power that has created me is taking care of me, is good, is providing for everything that I need. When you have that faith, then surrender is natural, it happens. Just like a child is surrendered to the mother. A child knows my mother is around to take care. Child is not worried. Knows if I'm being naughty, if I go, will play with fire also. Knows that the mother is going to protect him if needed. Right? So that is surrender. That faith only brings surrender. Don't worry. Don't judge yourself and don't say, I want to surrender. Don't know if I'm surrendered, how to surrender. Don't have to do anything. Just know that you're being taken care of.
And your last question. This year, when Guruji comes, we have the happiness program happening also, and we have an amazing target of 1,008 people. So someone is asking a question. This time we are targeting 1,008 people for the happiness program. Guruji's direction is diversity. You have done big courses successfully in the Bay Area. Can you please guide us?
So, like I said, just go out with the conviction and know in your heart that this, see, when you approach people, don't approach them thinking that you want them to do the course, like you want to fill your course. You have to get your target of 1,000 people. They're not part of your game. You are there to serve them. You are there for their growth. You want to bring them to the course for their growth, to change their lives. So when you go with that, with your heart, where there's abundance, you're not needy to bring people to your course. Do you get that? Then no one wants to come to your course. But if you go with the sole intention of wanting to give them something, wanting to give them the knowledge, wanting them to experience the power and the presence of the master, then they will come on their own. If you are needy, no one is going to come to you. But if you go with the intention of wanting to give them something, they will come on their own. They'll recognize that.
Didi, before we end, we wanted to say,
there is so much.
unmuting everybody, but before everybody says anything, we wanted to, guys, I'm going to mute everybody. We wanted to say thank you to Dipti, who took out her time to make sure that this Zoom event happened. So everybody, let's just wave and send Dipti lots of love. And now I'm going to unmute you. So,
She has done all the way. She has driven over an hour to come here only so that I can do this.
so thank you.
Hi, Didi.
When are you coming, Didi? When are you coming to the area?
Are you calling me? You know, y'all are
Love you, Didi.
And then you, when Guruji
Love you,
comes,
Didi.
you're
Come
not
soon.
calling me.
Didi, come soon to the area.
You're only talking to me on Zoom. Why don't you call me there and say, Guruji is coming, you also please come.
Please come, Didi.
Come soon.
Why don't you teach the silence program?
Huh? What?
Why don't you teach the silence program?
So why are you telling me? Do you think I have control over this? I have to talk to the boss. The boss is the one who decides all this.
No.
But thank you so much, Didi.
Thank you so much, Didi.
Where is the direction?
Okay.
See you soon, Didi.
Love you, Jai Gurudev.
All of you have fun with the Guru. Have fun with him. And remember me.
Thank you, Didi. Love you.
Thank you so much. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Bye, Didi.
Bye, Didi.
Jai Gurudev.